Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're having a great day so far. Don't jump to a reading yet because as always, I'm going to explain the oracle cards that are here on the table. I'm going to give you a closer look at the crystals. I'm also going to pull charms, so stay tuned for that to make sure you have all of the information that you could possibly need in order to pick the right reading for you. Today, we are taking a look at a new job / new role tarot spread. So if you're switching jobs or switching positions or switching roles, this tarot spread is going to give you some good insight into that. It doesn't have to be changing companies or like changing careers. It absolutely could be, but it could be as simple as just switching roles within the same company. So this spread will be good for any of that. The questions for the spread today are, what do you need to know about the job or the role? What will be easy for you? What will be challenging for you? What opportunities will present themselves through this job? And a last card for advice. The oracle cards on the table are from this deck, the Multidimensional Devas. I've used this deck in a couple other videos. If you'd like to see more of the cards, check those out. I will link one of them for you. And for the actual tarot spread, the tarot reading, we're going to be using Dreams of Gaia Tarot. I used this deck for another career video that I did. That one is more general, like what's coming next in your career. So if you're curious to watch that as well, take a look. I'll link that for you as well. It gives you a lot of information. The present energies, blockages, past, future, all of it. So that is very in-depth. Take a look at that if you're curious. Otherwise, let me pull charms and explain the cards. I'll explain the cards first, and I'll give you a closer look at the crystals. Here's our first one. This one is hard to see because it has to lay on its side. And our first card, this card is blocks. So if you're interested in clearing blockages, or perhaps you're feeling some confusion, we need to clear up some vision, this might be your reading. Next crystal. The card is presence. So this is like having a protector or a guide, and the reminder is to listen to your own center. Here we have a smoky quartz. This card is the shadow. So if you've been doing some shadow work related to jobs, employment, your career, this card is about collective fears or perhaps experiencing manipulation by dishonest people. And, crystal first is our last crystal. Pretty blue. The card kind of matches it actually. The card is Wisdom Keepers, so gathering knowledge from people who are wiser than you in order to learn a different way to live. Okay. One of these things might be speaking to you already. It might be the crystal or the card. That's okay if it is. If you would like to use charms, I'm going to pull 3 charms so we can get some additional information. I just have them in a bag here. Let me show you. I have them in a bag, so you probably hear me rattling them around. And we're letting the universe decide. I'm just plucking 3 out of a bag. Okay. For our first reading, this is a little monkey. Put that there. We have a wolf howling at the moon, and then a stay weird alien. Put these down. Okay, our second reading, we have a graduation cap. We have a 4-leaf clover, and we have a cupid. For our third reading, we have, string. String is not a part of it. Let me, we have a teddy bear. There we go. We have a locket. Just put the, oh my goodness, put this down on the table. We have and this is like a nondescript building. So whatever this looks like to you, this could look like a few different things. I could see this being a few different things. So you decide what this means to you. And then let me get you, this is the locket that I mentioned. Okay, and our last reading. Let's see, okay. Ooh, interesting. We have a little mirror, a hedgehog, or I guess that's a hedgehog, yeah. And then a windmill. Put these down. Oh my goodness, struggling. Okay, hopefully something is speaking to you, whether it's the card, the crystal, or the charms. Once you've decided which reading might be yours, feel free to go to that reading, enjoy, and I hope it resonates. Otherwise, feel free to check out this other video. Okay, enjoy your reading. Welcome to the first reading. You can see on the left, we have the crystal, the monkey charm, wolf charm, alien charm, and the card for this reading is block. So having to do with clearing blockages, confusion, not knowing the way forward, things like that. Otherwise, we're going to jump into it. We're going to learn a lot about this new job or this new role that you have. Take what resonates here and leave the rest. If you feel like this reading is not resonating at all, try going back to the beginning and selecting a new one. Our first question, what do you need to know about the job? Intuition. Okay, so you might have to make a lot of decisions at this job, and enhancing your intuition, strengthening your intuition will help with that decision making and taking appropriate action. One way to do this is to stop taking action and instead observe, listen, and learn. Doing things like tarot as well, or just letting your gut decide, will also help strengthen your intuition, but having a strong intuition will help you in this job, and in general, keeping a broad mind will be very useful as well. What will be easy for you? Queen of Earth. So connecting with the environment of the job and connecting with the other people at this job will be easy for you. Caring for others, nurturing others, and in general, supporting people, feeling supportive, all of those things will come very easy. This card also suggests that it may be good to seek out like a motherly or a feminine role model. That person might help you here, and it might be easy for you to find a person like that at this job. We'll see if this kind of thing comes up anywhere else in the reading. Otherwise, let's see what will be challenging. Two of Earth reversed. So this job might bring a lot of stress. It might bring anxiety. It might bring fatigue. It might just be a difficult job with a lot of responsibilities, and that might really stress you out. So before you embark on this new phase in your career, it's important for you to maintain balance. Make sure you're maintaining a work-life balance. Make sure you're keeping your stress levels low and your anxiety levels low, and rest when you need to. You do not want to be fatigued, especially if you're in the type of role where you're doing a lot of decision making. What opportunities will present themselves through this job? The counselor. So you will either have the opportunity to help others, guide others, and serve more in that advising role, or perhaps this counselor, that the name of this card by itself might mean something to you, but this card does mean to help guide others through difficult situations with mixed emotions, a lot of things going on, and serving as an advisor. Perhaps this could also indicate that you might have the opportunity to gain this type of person in your life. So if this doesn't sound like it would be you, it could be this role model, this feminine figure that might serve as a role model. It could be you, could be a mentor type of person is the vibe that I'm getting from here. Let's take a look at some advice. Two of Fire. So remember to share power, collaborate. You have a team of people with you. You need to work with them. Don't try to take on everything by yourself because you will end up stressed, anxious, and fatigued. You have a team. Make sure you're relying on them. Interesting that this card specifically talks about you and one other person. So perhaps it could be this mentor, you being a mentor or you taking on a mentor, one of those things. The deck here is advising you to pursue that opportunity and to pursue mentorship. Okay, I hope this reading resonated for you. Let me know in the comments if it did. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm a new channel. That really helps me out. Otherwise, I wish you all the best with this new opportunity. It looks very exciting. I'm so curious about what it could be. Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, have a good day, and thanks for spending some time with me. I hope that you'll join me again in a future video. Welcome to reading number 2. We have the crystal, the graduation cap charm, the 4-leaf clover charm, the Cupid charm, and the oracle card for this reading is presence. So having a protector or a guide and listening to your own center. We're going to learn a lot about this new job or new role that you're taking on. Before that, I just want to remind you to take whatever is resonating and leave the rest here. If you feel like none of this is resonating, feel free to go back to the beginning and select a new reading. Otherwise, let's get started. Our first question is, what do you need to know about the job or the role? Sage reversed. Make sure that you're listening to other people at this new position and beware of smooth talkers. There might be a lot of people there that love to talk. They talk a big game, but they cannot walk the walk. Beware of those people because they will lead you astray. The sage is like a person who's wise and has good advice to give. When it's reversed like that, they might appear as a sage, but they're really not. So beware of that. Also, make sure that you're staying humble and admitting when you've made a mistake at this new role. Let's take a look at what will be easy for you. 2 of Earth, very nice. So it'll be really easy for you to maintain balance in your life, work-life balance. You're not going to be super stressed or feel overwhelmed by this job. It's going to be easy for you to maintain balance in your life, which I love to see whenever it comes to work readings. What will challenge you? 8 of Fire reversed. So you might hold yourself back a little bit. You might halt your own progress. You might hinder your own growth because you might have a tendency to not take action on things. So make sure you follow through on things. And if you see something that needs to be done, just do it. Be that person that takes action and is proactive here. But it might be hard for you because this is in the challenged position. But this is really encouraging you to do that instead of taking the route of an action. What opportunities will present themselves through this job? The 9 of Fire. So this job will really allow you to gain a lot of skill, gain a lot of knowledge, gain a lot of experience. And this card suggests that once you have reached the maximum of that, you've gotten everything that you could get out of this job, it's okay to move on to the next thing. Don't feel any qualms about that. If you feel like you've done all you've needed to do, move on. And that might be the next opportunity for you. Let's get some advice. The Mother. So whenever I see cards like this, it can be as simple as that. The Mother, if that means something to you. Or perhaps getting some advice from a mother figure in your life. If a mother figure has been guiding you through this job process, that your career, things like that. But if neither of those are resonating with you, then it can just mean to make sure that you're encouraging your gifts and your talents and support the gifts and talents of other people in this new role as well. Be supportive of others and let go of expectations. I know it can be really hard to do that, but letting go of expectations will mean that you will be satisfied and happy with however this role turns out, because having too many expectations can mean that you end up disappointed. Remember what you're here for. It's to build your skill, your knowledge, and your experience, and let go of any expectations other than that. All right, I hope this reading resonated. Let me know in the comments. if it did and what your new job is going to be. I'm super curious. I wish you all the best with it. Otherwise, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Those things really help me out because I'm a new channel. And thank you for taking some time with me today. And I hope that you'll join me again in a future video. Hello and welcome to the third reading. We have our smoky quartz, this interesting charm. That could be a few different buildings. I'm not sure what it is, whatever that means to you. Let me know in the comments what you think that is. The teddy bear charm, the locket charm, and then the oracle card is the shadow. So this is more of a collective shadow, collective fears or manipulation by dishonest people. Hopefully one of those things is what brought you here. Let me know in the comments what did. We're going to learn a lot about this new role, this new job that you have going on. We're going to start with what you need to know about the job. But before I flip the card, remember, take what resonates and leave the rest. If you feel like this reading is way off, go back to the beginning and select a new one. Okay, what do you need to know? Abundance. Okay, so there will be abundance involved in this job. This job could lead you to abundance. There could just be abundance at the job. Like it could be a lot. There could be a lot of resources, a lot of things there for you to work with. Be ready to both give and receive in equal measure. And make sure you set your intentions before you embark on this. Because if you're faced with abundance and you don't know what to do with it or what you want to do with it, that's not going to be good. So make sure you have very clear intentions before you go into this role. Let's take a look at what will be easy for you. Queen of Earth. So I think connecting with the environment of the workplace, connecting with the other people there will be easy. Caring for others, nurturing others, supporting others. You could also feel those things in turn. So you'll feel cared for, you will feel nurtured, you will feel supported. And this job can suggest like a feminine role model. So you could either be this person, or seeking out a feminine role model will be easy for you, and then you'll end up with kind of like a mentor situation. Okay, let's see what will be challenging for you. The King of Air. Okay, so I think that this might be another person in the workplace. Most likely someone who is kind of at the top of the food chain, because we have the King of Air. They'll be very disciplined, direct, commanding. They could be kind of rigid. They might have a lot of rules and expectations that you're expected to stick to and follow, and that could be difficult for you. The way that you should work with this person is to understand that they're where they are for a reason. They do have a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience. And they have the rules there for a reason. So unless you're very confident that the rules are outrageous and unnecessary and should be changed, stick to the rules. Okay, we've got what opportunities will present themselves through this job. 3 of Fire. Okay, so interesting with this 3 of Fire as well. This card is also about making sure that you stay true to your plans and your goals. So the job might give you an opportunity that will kind of test you. What are your plans and what are your goals? And you might be given a decision about that. And it's interesting that this came up, especially with the abundance card, where you have to set your intentions. That will be tested at some point in this job. Make sure you stay true to your plans and your goals. Otherwise, you'll be given the opportunity to explore and experiment, come up with original ideas. You might have to sacrifice in order to make things work, but I think it'll work out as long as you do stay true to your plans and your goals. And the 3 of Fire is also a movement card, so there could be some travel involved, something like that. Our last card is advice. 7 of Fire. Okay, heed your intuition. Your intuition. If you have a gut feeling about something, you need to follow it. Look for patterns. If you notice that things are repeating, they are repeating, and you need to figure out why. So if situations from your old workplaces are repeating again, stuff like that, dig a little deeper, try to figure out why these things are repeating and notice those patterns. Otherwise, trust your gut and heed your intuition on things. Okay, that's all I have for you. I hope that the reading resonated. Let me know in the comments what this new job is going to be. I'm super curious. I love to hear about it. Otherwise, thanks for spending some time with me today, and I hope you will join me again in a future video. Hello and welcome to reading number 4. We have the blue crystal, the windmill, the hedgehog, and the mirror charm. And the oracle card that might have brought you here is the wisdom keepers. So learning from people with more wisdom than you in order to find a different way to live. Let me know in the comments what brought you here, which one of these, or what your new job is going to be. I'm always super curious about that. I would love to know. Otherwise, let's get as much information about this new job or this new role as we can. Remember to take what resonates and leave the rest here. So our first question is, what do you need to know about the job? 10 of Earth, very positive. So the job is going to be really rewarding. You will feel like you are understanding your place and your purpose, and you're going to feel very sure about the job. So you're going to feel at peace with the decisions that you made in order to come to this role and this job. Overall, things are going to be good. The 10 of Earth is a very positive card. What will be easy for you? The 4 of Earth. So it'll be really easy for you to make slow and steady progress here at this job, whatever that means for you. It'll be easy for things to feel very reliable, very stable, and that things are progressing. Let's take a look at what might be challenging. Mother reversed. So whenever I see a card like this, it could just be very simple. The mother, if your mother has been involved in this decision at all, or a mother figure, their involvement might end up being challenging for you. Perhaps it has to do with guilt, with not meeting expectations, or emotional manipulation. But this could also be just an attitude of someone at this new job, or maybe even your own attitude, where whenever you can't meet other people's expectations, you get really hard on yourself. You end up feeling really guilty because you just give a lot, and that means that you don't have anything left. Like, you're giving a lot to other people, and that might make you feel tired and things like that. And so then you're unable to meet expectations if people are just expecting you to give all the time. You know what I mean? So there's a few things that it could be in there. Hopefully one of those resonates. Let's take a look at what opportunities might present themselves through the job. Okay, I think a big opportunity might present itself through this job. You're going to be presented with some kind of a choice on what path to take, and it'll be up to you to decide how to proceed. So this could mean like an actual journey, travel involved, movement involved, but it could also just be about gaining experience and learning as much as you can. Because the advice with this journey card is always that the future is made in the present. So however you're handling the job or the situation in the present is what is going to create the future. So make sure that you're doing the best that you can in the present in order to make sure that these future opportunities are presented to you. Some advice for you. Knowledge. Interesting, considering that is similar to the Oracle card. So keep an open mind, be ready to learn, be ready to train, find as much information as you can, whether that's before you get there or while you're there. Be learning the whole time. Keep an open mind. Be ready for educating yourself and things like that. And you can see in the card that the man is looking more towards the past direction. So learn from your past, learn from what's happened in the past, and that will help you out in this new job. Okay, that's all I have. I hope the reading resonated. Let me know in the comments what brought you to the reading, the crystal, the charm, and the oracle card, and let me know what the new job is. I'm super curious. I wish you all the best. I'm very excited for you. I find change to be very exciting, so I'm looking forward to your new job for you. Otherwise, thanks for spending some time with me today, and I hope you'll join me again in a future video.